healthcare. Can you offer your thoughts on this topic?
Abortion.
Well,
That's a big one now. No longer federal.
Yeah.
No longer a federal issue. Now it's a state issue for sure. You know, we have all the control here in the states. You know, and if you hear people talking about so-and-so's going to pass a law when they get elected to make abortion legal in all the United States, or so-and-so's going to pass a law and when they get elected president, it's going to be banned in all the states. It's not going to happen. The Supreme Court was very clear. The federal government has no role in abortion, so now it is completely up to the states. You know, when I hear when I talk about abortion, when I think about abortion, I really think we characterize it a little bit, maybe a little bit wrong. You know, I think there's the real honest to goodness pro-choice folks, and you have extremists on either end. You know, people who promote abortion, people who want to outlaw abortion, and those people I think are on a little bit of the extremes. I honestly am saying that I am pro-choice, but I prefer women not to have abortions. So how does that work? It means we need to do the work in Springfield. Springfield has to do the work. Why do women feel that they need to have an abortion? It's not something they want to do most of the time. They feel trapped. They feel trapped. They feel like, I can't do this. Maybe I have a kid already and I can't afford a second one. I don't have the money. The money's not going to be there. Springfield needs to step up and make sure that there are public and private resources available for women, prenatal and postnatal, so they can have their kid. My opponent, she's extreme. She's not pro-choice. She says she's pro-choice. She's pro-abortion. Look at the stuff she mails out. Look at the stuff the governor puts out there. Look at the stuff they promote. They are so happy about all the women having abortions in Illinois. They're promoting them. Look at all the women coming from out of state into Illinois. It's a tourism industry. Come to Illinois for your abortions. They don't say come to Illinois for your adoptions. They don't say come to Illinois because we got a really good DCFS system. Because we don't. That's something we need to work on. Kids are being hurt. Kids are being killed. Kids are being sold into doing things they shouldn't be doing as kids or even as adults. DCFS is a problem. But we need to roll up our sleeves if we're going to be truly a pro-life state in the sense that we want women to have a choice. You need to be able to do the work. Because if you say you're pro-choice, but then you don't provide the services for women to be able to keep the baby, if that's what they want to do but they feel they can't, you're not really giving them a choice, are you? There's no choice. You're saying, take the abortion. That's what we want you to do. Take it. You know, it's there. Use it. What you need to be able to do is say, we're going to help you. We are going to help you. We value that life. We want you to value that life. That child does not want to be aborted. We speak for the children. We say that we know they don't want to be murdered. Don't do it. We will help you. We will help you prenatal. We'll help you postnatal. We have some of the greatest adoption agencies in the world in Illinois, if we let them do their job. And we can do that. But that's what we have to be doing. We have to be pro-choice, but that means doing the hard work to give the women the choice.
So does Illinois have any limits on abortion? Could a woman in her 8th month of pregnancy have an abortion in Illinois?
Yes.
They say it doesn't happen. They say it never happens. But yes, it is the law. It is the law. You could theoretically, not even theoretically, by law, there is no time where a woman would say, I want to have an abortion. The doctor would say, no.
Do you feel that there's any limiting principle to abortion in Illinois?
Talking to the voters, when I talk to voters, I find that the vast majority of voters, not all, but the vast majority of the people I talk to, do not really support a 3rd trimester abortion. You know, and if something like that came up, I will say, if we're in Springfield and a law comes up that says we want to consider, you know, stopping abortions in a 3rd trimester, I'm going to talk to the people. I want to hear what they have to say. You know, I'm representing the 18th district, and I know there's a lot of varied opinions, and I want to hear what they say. So I'll be talking to me. I'll be having focus groups and forums and town halls. I want to know what they talk about. What are they saying? Do what?
Where's your heart? I know you're going to talk to people. Where's your heart on that?
I'm pro-life. I prefer women not have the abortion. Okay? I don't think that medical science says that in the 3rd trimester you don't have to have the abortion. That our scientific, you know, abilities are such that you can have the baby and work to save the mom and the baby in the 3rd trimester. And that's what we should be doing. You know, that's what we should be doing. I also think when it comes to abortion that, you know, I know you didn't ask it, but the ability for a minor to have an abortion without parental consent is wrong. Personally, I believe that. But again, I'd be talking to the people in the 18th district. You know, I think it's important that when a child is going through something that traumatic, they need to have support. They need to have a support group around them, and that's their parents.
As things stand in Illinois, a 13-year-old woman who's pregnant, she can have the abortion without parental consent.
Correct.
And you support parental consent.
Correct.
So I'm going to go off on Illinois healthcare.
Quick question. A few minutes ago you said you were pro-choice. Now you just said you're pro-life. I think you mean that you support that people can have abortions, you just prefer that they wouldn't.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly right. I mean, I prefer a woman not have the abortion. But you have to give her the choice. Right now in Illinois, I don't believe there's a choice for a woman. If she feels trapped, there really is no place for her to go. And that needs to change. You know, I think that's the better way to handle the pro-choice abortion issue in Illinois, is to actually do the work. And make it, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy.
That's kind of what the Democrats were saying a long time ago, that they're pro-choice, but they want to have fewer abortions.
Which is why I say my opponent is an extremist. She's actually promoting the abortions.
So Robin Gable writes about eliminating double-digit premium increases for health insurance. Is this claim true? And also, she also writes about eliminating prior authorization for prescription drugs, which will be effective in '26. Would this change increase or decrease insurance premiums?
Well, right, so on one hand, she's going to lower premiums, and on the other hand, she's going to pass a law that forces premiums to increase. You're smart people, right? What's going to happen? You know, insurance companies are in the job of making money. That's their job. And think of it like a balloon. If you squeeze it here, it's just going to get bigger over here. They're going to get the money somewhere else. Either the consumer is going to pay for less insurance, or they're going to have more expensive insurance, or they're not going to get the insurance. You know, and that's what it is. So is she saying that she's done both these things? Technically, maybe they passed a law saying that we're gonna cap it here, but we're gonna do this over here that's gonna make it more expensive. So it's gonna balance itself out. I mean, it's not going to lower anything.
And isn't that just going to drive more businesses out of Illinois because the cost of doing business in Illinois is that much greater?
The cost of doing business in Illinois is going to be greater. The cost of living in Illinois is going to be greater. It's going to drive out more businesses. It's going to drive out more people. You know, again, you know, you like to say that you're on the side of the people, but I believe giving the people more options, more choices, especially when it comes to insurance, helps to bring down the costs as it is. Requiring some of the things that we require in our insurance, that men have to be able to, you know, have pap smears, and women have to have prostate exams covered in their insurance, it just drives up the cost. You know, it's ridiculous, and that drives up costs. So we need to find ways to bring those costs down for everybody, and then not kind of, you know, bump them up over here, but keep them down altogether, and that's more options, more choices, more availability.
Does anyone else